Do you think what Muhammad did was evil?
I think it had to be. I don't know what to think about it. I think it had. I can't say it's evil because then you're saying that the Prophet did something evil, and then you're out of the fold of Islam.
Salam and peace. Welcome to Dawa Dude. Uh, Last week I saw this video, and the topic was the marriage of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Apostate Prophet was trying to deceive a new revert to Islam, Milahan. And that was the good trick for him to deceive people and keep people away from Islam. But she's a very strong lady. She's a very strong Muslimah. She has read Islam and she knows what's going on. So anyway, listen to a past prophet, and then we have a response for him too.
Prophet was decreed by Allah to have that, but he didn't. It's like this nuance of like scholarly interpretation. It really is something interesting to look at. Just because he did it, now you can't criticize anything the Prophet did, but that doesn't mean you have to then push for and advocate for it. If you're in a very rural village and you want to betroth somebody, okay, but to consummate, it's different.
Do you think what Muhammad did was evil?
I think it had to be. I don't know what to think about it. I think it had. I can't say it's evil because then you're saying that the Prophet did something evil, and then you're out of the fold of Islam.
But do
But
you
I
think
would
it is
say
evil
that
to marry a little child?
I would wonder why Abu Bakr did that. You'd have to ask the father. That's why you say wait till we die, right? That's why how I look at it. Like I read a book about her. She was a fantastic lady. She was a hero. She saw so much. She wrote down all these hadiths. So she's like the mother of believers. So she has like this huge respect for her, and you learn to love her, and you're like, I don't want to just. I don't look at Aisha just as a child bride. You see what I'm trying to say?
Definitely, of course, she was not a child bride. But according to her own statement, means Aisha radiallahu anha, I will quote her statement. This is the statement made by Aisha radiallahu anha. This is the book Sunan al-Tirmidhi, one of the hadith book. It's also authentic. If a girl were to reach puberty at the age of 9, then she is a woman. So she was not a child bride, she was a woman, according to her. And one of those school of Islam, Imam Shafi, was a popular school. In this story is mentioned that the women used to get married at the 9-year-old, and they can conceive a child at the age of 10. So this is also mentioned the story that shows the age of consent in 7th century Arabia was commonly 9 year, and Jews, Christian, Muslim, pagans, all those society were living together. None of them any objection because they were all was getting married at this age. So bringing issue about the prophet's marriage is totally doesn't make any sense. And again, this age is not a universal. Quran does not give the criteria of age. Quran give the criteria. Women should reach the age of marriage, means they should have an age of puberty, biological age, and also should be able to intellectually understand the responsibility of marriage, and that's where the Islamic ruling applies. Same thing with Judaism and Christianity; they have similar ruling. So none of them has any objection on that. So why AP is bringing this objection today? So if you look into society, just go to 200 years ago. Actually, you will find the age of consent in, especially if we go to look into the 1859 to 1960, age of consent was 7 years in Delaware, USA. So most probably the tribe and people live over there must have their women get mature at the early age. Later on, the law was revised actually because with the time passed by, the society changed. We went to agriculture society, to the industrial society. Now we have an information society. to human beings, their food, their climate, their culture, their norms also affects everything in their life. So it's not a universal thing. So if you look into 1962, the U.S. law mentioned some of the age of consent: Alabama 10, Arkansas 10, California 10, Colorado 10, Florida 10, Illinois 10, Michigan, New York 10, Texas 10, and Delaware is still a 7-year-old. So that shows actually it was something was a common practice and norm in the for the human society. And if you look into also historical marriages in Europe, you will find 8 year, 9 year, 8 year, 9 year, 8 year, nine. It's very common actually. So I do not find that the Prophet something did something horrible or something wrong. It doesn't make any sense actually. If you look at the globally age of consent by country in 2021, today actually, look at the graph, it's the color shows actually from 11 year to 21 year. And some of the, I listed some of those countries. Angola still has a 12 and Philippines 12, and these are the countries that still have. So I don't think there was something out of norm the Prophet did, and apostate Prophet and his fan, they should understand. These are the common thing, and the time we live in is different, and nobody is marrying at this age. There must be some societies still around the world. There must be following the age 9 or 10 or 11 is possible. So it depends on the tribe, culture, their norm, their way of lifestyle. Islam does not put the age limit. Islam put the maturity, biologically mature and intellectually mature. She should be able to take responsibility. That's how it is actually. So I don't think so. New River must understand this is something AP is trying to deceive people.